Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show brings you the game of the week. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Minnesota Twins. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And pitching in this game, MIN-C.Ragans. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Trey Turner, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Turner matched a homer in his last game. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ragans with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Tap dances out of the way of that one. And that one is lifted in the air. Conine makes the grab, one away. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. This team can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with the bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of pitchers squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands, and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Hit in the air out to center field. Crow Armstrong puts it away for the out. And there's two away.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 5.
Here is Freddie Freeman. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
He's looking pretty sharp to start the ball game. He's got that good fastball working early.
That's off the mark, and now it's even 1-1. Freeman hits it in the air. Ramos settles underneath it, makes the grab, and that's the inning. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. And we're back. And on the mound in this one, MLB. What do you look for here?
Well, Boog, something of interest to me is that this guy's really struggled when working out of the stretch, pitching with runners in scoring position. So the key for him is to attack hitters, try to get ahead in the count, and limit allowing runners on base. And if he can do that, I think that will help him to avoid those situations. Now, at some point, he's going to have to deal with them. And I think it's just one of those mental things that he's going to have to overcome.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Paul Goldschmidt now. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Reaching for it, makes the catch. And now we take a peek at the Twins lineup. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, Aiden Miller.
Yeah, and Boog, sometimes all you need when you're slumping like this is just a little bit of confidence. You need a little bit of luck. One at bat where you hit the ball hard, maybe it's caught, no big deal. Or maybe you get a bleeder that gets you a hit. You just need to feel good about the at-bat.
Runner on the go. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Turner with the throw to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
The center fielder, Pete Armstrong.
And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong, went deep in the ball game last night. Now this is in the air down the line. Trout makes the grab. That is the inning. One left for Minnesota. Scoreless after one. Top of the second, here's Mike Trout. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Ragans back to work. Swing and a miss.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Just missed.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike if he swings or not.
Pulled the string on the changeup.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Yeah, there's two away.
The left fielder, Michael.
Two down, bases empty. Michael A. Taylor now at the plate. Taylor, the former Gold Glove winner, batting sixth in today's lineup. Usually in center field, but today starting in left. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul.
One thing I always felt if I played left field instead of center field was that the ball gets out there to you pretty quick. And the most important play is that ball down the left field line, getting to it, cutting it off, making a strong throw to keep that single instead of turning it into a double.
The count.
Next offering misses down and away. That one out to right. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Over to Goldie. And that's the third out. Mariners go down quietly there. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Elliot Ramos. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that one sliced foul. That's down and in. A slider missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
Ball, that's in.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Line drive. Reaching down, makes the catch.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Adam.
Here's Adam Frazier. And a base hit into right center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Lined into left center, base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Aiden Miller in the box now, takes strike 1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in game 3 of this 4-game series. In the air, right side. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. And next for Minnesota, Patrick Bailey. That clips the corner.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Just missed. Frazier, the lead runner, out at second. Konai at first, 2 out of the inning. And that one's a little bit low. Ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. The 3-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. No score here in the second. Line, and that's a base hit. Coming home. He will score, and they take the lead. And it's an RBI single, 1-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he made it out front for the line drive knock.
First and second, 2 outs. And stepping in is the speedy Bryson. They get the force. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Third inning coming up. Back at Target Field, on to the 3rd inning. And now, Josh Bell. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, these Mariners, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Kike Hernandez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And that's way high. And that's ball 1. Swings through that. 1 out, bases empty. Up and in, 2-2. Outside with a breaking ball.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. But when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Freddie Fermin stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. That one ripped. Back there. And out of here. He sends a rocket to left. His 4th home run of the season. And it ties it up. It's 1-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Back to the top of the lineup. Trey Turner now. Flied to right his first time. In the air, left side. Ramos. Makes the catch, inning over. The Mariners pick up a run thanks to this solo homer. All even at 1 apiece. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. That's too low, and that's ball 1. And that one missing low.
2-0.
There's a strike, and a count 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 3. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
3-2.
Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. The throw to first. One up, one down.
Up next for the Twins, the designated hitter, Tyler Soderstrom.
So up next for Minnesota, Tyler Soderstrom. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Towards first, and that chance handled, and he takes it himself for the out.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete Crow.
So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's 0 for 1. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
2 out, space is empty. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. All tied 1-1. Back in Minnesota, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Byron Buxton. This one in the air, right field. Conine puts it away for the out.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Fly to left his first time. Upstairs. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. And another ball. Check swing, called strike. Chases that one out of the zone, making 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Nice, doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone, so as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
Here's Trout. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Muncy digs in. Fly to center his first time. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. Trout leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Trout on the move. Strike in there. Throw to second. Save. In the dirt, but kept close.
2 strikes.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Into the second deck it goes. His 18th home run of the season, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now the left fielder, Michael A. Taylor. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
0-1.
And strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That one misses. Ball 1.
Well, these Twins, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Now a screamer into the outfield. That's a base hit and a good start to the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Runner at first with no outs here.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Catch inside.
That one drifts inside.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Brings it in, and there's one away.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
And now the right fielder, Griffin Conant. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that drops in for a strike. Man at first, 1 away. Snap throw to first. And he's back safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So digging in, Aiden Miller. That misses.
Ball 1.
And that is ball 1. The Twins trailing by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball 2.
Outside low. And that's ball 2. A swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Inside, almost got him.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Out to short, Turner. They take the force out number 3. Twins wind up stranding 1, and they still trail it here 3-1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ragans back to work. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And 1-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Center field. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's Kike Hernandez. His first at bat was a strikeout. And a breaking ball misses outside. Hernandez in his 11th season, 33 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Goldie makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Seattle, Freddie Fermin. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Out to short, Miller. Over to first.
He's out.
And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mariners 3 and the Twins 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the Twins catcher, Patrick Bailey. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Well, these Twins doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
That one inside, and the count is 1-2. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that just misses. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. 2-2 now. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
This is Bryson Stott, 1 for 2. Pitch misses inside, 1-0.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And there's a foul ball. The M's leading by 2, last half of inning number 5. On the ground to third. On the run, throw to first, and they get the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Up the middle, Hernandez whips it to first on the run. What a play. Inning over. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 3 and the Twins 1. Coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, Tyson Miller.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
So the lineup flips over. Trey Turner digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The shortstop takes the ball. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Next pitch is outside. Time called now. And he deals. Up the middle, Miller. And they get Turner for the out.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron.
Here's Byron Buxton. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Yeah, that's fouled off. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
1 down, base is empty. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And first offering is fouled off.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would have...
That ends the inning, so we take a break. And we're back, bottom of the 6th. And now the DH, Tyler Soderstrom. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. And downstairs, remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Now the cleanup hitter for and here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Brock Stewart.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
And that's in for a strike.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find...
Nice grab. There's one. On to Freddie. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Elliot Ramos, the next Twin up to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
Nope. That's inside.
The Mariners holding on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Twins retired in short order. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Ian Hamilton into the game.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Mike Trout. That one is absolutely belted. And it's gone. He'll touch them all. Home run number 20 on the year, and they add a run. It's 4-1. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Muncy, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Movement in the bullpen. Daniel Lynch warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Hall also getting ready. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Just missed.
2-2 the count.
Swung on, popped up left side. Bailey under it. One down.
Now back, the left fielder, Michael A. Taylor.
Here's the left fielder, Michael A. Taylor. Has grounded out a couple of times. Ball one to Taylor. There's a strike.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Splits the plate, and it's 1-2. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Josh Bell. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
No strike.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Konai makes the grab, and that is that. Solo blast adds to the Seattle lead. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
To the right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first. Frazier retired.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Konai up for the third time here. Watches that one miss.
Inside, ball 2.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in there. That's a double.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
So up next, Aiden Miller. The shortstop takes the ball. And that's off the inside edge. And the count now 2-0. That one missed.
3-0.
And that one clips the corner. Hard hit right side. Gets it to first. Yeah, they get the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Now the catcher up to hit, Patrick Bailey. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 2-run game.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Back to the top of the order. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. New pitcher now, Brooks Raley.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Check swing, went around. Strike one.
0-1. Ball, that's out.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Outside low. The count now 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. The tying run at the plate. And it remains 2-2. Just misses with that one.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
And he grounds one to the right side. Hernandez over to first in time. And the inning is over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 4-2. This is
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. D.L. Hall.
D.L.
Now it's going to be Enrique Hernandez. Hall, in his third season, 26 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout. Now the Mariners catcher, Freddie Fermin. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Daniel Lynch preparing to come on if needed. On the ground, right side. Stop. Throws to first. 2 away.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Trey Turner. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Buxton stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
In the dirt. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Two outs. That missed by a lot. And it's 2-2. And that's outside. Freddie Freeman up next for the Mariners. Got him swinging. One left for Seattle. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here is Goldschmidt. That one is hammered right field. Trout ranges back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a factor right there. It's whipping in from right field right now. So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
Now it's the Twins DH, Tyler Soderstrom. Inside corner for a strike. And a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Twin up to hit. Outside low, ball one. Just missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Taylor has a beat on it. Hauls it in, and there's two away.
Now batting, left fielder, Elliott.
Elliott Ramos will hit next. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Now it's 1-0.
Tying run at the plate. That one finds the zone. And the count even at 1. And there's a ball.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Inside. 3-1.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
3-2 now. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. 1 left for Minnesota. Still down by a count of 4-2. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Daniel Lynch.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Matt Cook warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. The 0-1. And that one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Pitch misses. 1-2 to count. Fly ball center field. Crow Armstrong. He's got it. And there's one away. Now it's the right fielder, Mike Trout. He's already homered in this game. This one in the air, center field. And he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Here comes Max Muncy. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion, and those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. And now it's 3-2, and this is a good example of the type of at bat that Muncy can deliver. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. It's the Mariners 4 and the Twins 2. Back at Target Field, leading off, Adam Frazier.
Third baseman, Adam.
Mason Miller comes out trying to close it out.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
And there's the strike. Miller, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that's way high. Now 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Strike 3 called and a slider at the knees.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Konai in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. And that one is inside. Next offering is fouled back. The M's trying to close out a 2-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Slides for the stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
So it's their last chance in this one. Aiden Miller, the next twin up to hit. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. They're down to their final strike.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. 1 strike away. Gets a piece and stays alive. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by the Game of the Week. I'm John Shambi. We'll talk to you soon.